Hello from the Magic Tavern. I'm here with my co-hosts, Chunt the Talking Badger,
Bing Bong,
and Usador the Wizard.
I greet thee, listeners.
Look, I'm trapped in the magical land of Foon, so I started a podcast interviewing elves, unicorns, and other weirdos. We have great guests like Felicia Day, Jason Mantzoukas, Brennan Lee Mulligan, Amy Mann, and so many more.
Oh, and I think one time we interviewed a sentient shoe? I hope it was sentient.
Not to mention the evil people we've had to interview. How I hate evil.
Join us as we bar crawl across the magical land of Foon.
Looking for adventure.
Getting caught up in escapades.
Hello from the Magic Tavern is available right now on your favorite podcast app and ad-free and with lots of bonus content on Patreon. Subscribe to Hello from the Magic Tavern today.
You, the agents of the Inquisition, have made your way to the Tau hamlet of Fontis on the planet of Voryx. You landed with the assistance of your pilot and guide, Stevius Funkhauser, the unluckiest charmer in the galaxy. You made your way past Shasui Jimmy and the Tau SA and learned you have 24 hours to complete your mission, but if you need to stay longer, you will need a sponsor on the ground. You've been escorted through the hamlet, seen the various Tau technology and the horrifying nature of their unsupervised and unbiological machinery. You've also seen the Tau themselves, learned about their physicality, seen how generally pleasant and polite they are, which was deeply concerning to Damien to the point that he almost had a panic attack. It brought out a lot of rage and fear in Morgan, and Solomon thought it seemed to just be going fine. You've discovered that there are a number of human factions in this area, the Guavesa, who have allied themselves with the Tau. There's been reference to a great hunt because apparently there are wargs in the woods that are a threat to this hamlet. And you are on your way to meet Spartacus, your local contact, who you have just learned is one of the Kroot.
Yes, and we don't know what the Kroot are yet.
No.
You don't know a thing,
Yeah.
but you are approaching a larger dome of the many domes inside this area. This one would be about the size of a Viking longhouse. It's larger than the domiciles you've often seen along the way or the work sheds, smaller obviously than the town hall or the fire-cast sky dome that you had seen already. At the edge of this, you were seeing sticks planted in the ground with skulls on the top of them, dangling pieces of armor, blades, weaponry. This is stacked around the entire exterior. It's the first time you've seen anything kind of crude or fetishistic in the non-jokey way of that word being used.
Right.
Everything else has been technological, fancy. This is bringing it back to another level. And you can see that the door to this dome has been left open. It is double wide, but dangling down on strings are bones and pieces of cloth, creating a 1970s nightmare beaded doorway to allow you into this dome. Stevius looks at all of you and says, "Well, this is the place. Spartacus is inside. Don't make any sudden moves, and they move fast, so don't draw any weapons or you're going to have a spicy time."
Thank you for the warning.
No problem. Come on in. Hey, Spartacus, it's old Stevius, your favorite guy and your sponsee. I want you to know who I am before I come through this door. I'm bringing friends. Maybe they need to be sponsored, maybe they don't. They want to spread some words or something. Please don't hurt us. Follow me very closely. And then he turns and ushers all of you through this beaded curtain into the darkness within. Can you all roll me a perception as you are going from a bright, sunny day to a much darker, large, cavernous room?
5,
17.
11.
Okay, I'm going to stand by these. Damien, I know you have dark vision normally, but this is about the transition. It's not the ability to see once you're in there, so it's just for kind of these first impressions. Damien, you get smells. There is this smell of kind of cooked meat, the barbecue-y smell. There are other scents, dry, desert-style smells. There's a lot of sand on the floor. You as you look down, because are you assuming you're barefoot is normal?
Probably, yeah.
It's a sand floor, baby. You're just feeling that under your toes. Morgan and Solomon, you step forwards into this sand, like your feet sink a little bit deeper, but you're able to see more of what is around you. There are a number of kind of tree-like structures, but clearly built out of bones, branches, logs, other things that stack high. There are fires. You can feel the warmth and the heat in here in the distance, but it's very dark. And that's when you see figures just soaring out of the sky and landing.
Whoops, I was answering someone on Facebook.
Tops of some of these pillars, and also just
Yeah, let's go to Chilean Lakeshire.
take in these figures in this low light.
British Mountains, I guess.
It's extra enhanced as you're able to see them. They are 7 to 7.5 feet tall.
Oh, I'm tired.
Long limbs,
Working a lot today.
muscular in a
It's-
ropey sense.
Yeah,
They have the
it's
body
our
of,
Constitution Day today.
distance runners, very strong. but
Eating a lot of good food and
They've got
dessert
broad
as well.
feet and hands. They're wearing furs, other kind of jagged, ripped and torn pieces. They have massive, long rifles in their hands. You're seeing wood built into these rifles. They're extended, not the same as the Tau.
Let's see how many people do we have online now.
Technology meets imperial technology.
605.
Woodsy
Huh.
hunting rifle. Only the thing
Their count is rising daily.
they crouch and hold these weapons is there are wicked
It seems.
bayonets, curved bayonets, but on either end, and they stab downwards. It's clear this is a quarterstaff with a blade on either end, in addition to some kind of pulse rifle, Tau energy weapon technology in the center. The heads of these beings are avian. Bird-like. They have beaks coming forwards that are viciously curved.
At least I have the turtle mount.
Going back to where they meet almost a skin structure that carries over the rest of their kind of tan to brown hides. It extends back over beady, cruel eyes, meeting quills. Quills that extend anywhere between 2 to 5 feet from the back of their heads, ending in points, giving them almost a frill, like hair, that are these quills that extend backwards. And you hear them whistling and hooting to each other. I can't make these sounds because it's almost impossible to blend a velociraptor from Jurassic Park meets a hawk meets a human-sized being. But they are clicking, hissing, and whistling to each other in a tremendously menacing way as they land. The largest figure, you just hear in the distance that kind of velociraptor like, "Urr, urr, urr," and it just a massive leap, and it slams down in front of you. And this figure stands up 8 feet tall, larger than the others, broader, more muscular, with a leather mask with dangling teeth and bones hanging off of it, and a much more elaborate patchwork outfit. A coat that is almost the same length as yours, Damien, but on this larger frame made of the skins of various creatures. Who rolled the highest on perception? Morgan?
Yep.
When you look, your guess is some of the green you're seeing might be orc. There could be human skin in
Okay.
this. You're seeing what could be a number of alien species. It seems to be a patchwork quilt of things this being has hunted. And it looks down at all of you and says, "You have come back, Stevius." Yeah, I'm here with these new people who might need to be a sponsor. Spartacus, this is Brother Sanctus.
Yeah, so far it seems like this version of Turtle WoW in quotations is really stable.
The Crute.
As long as they don't try to use the 1.18 version yet.
We have had our fair share of battles and game hunting, though perhaps not as much as you, it seems, from your attire.
Yes, I am the Shaper, Spartacus. And you are the leader of these three, or is it the Hatman?
The Hatman is the prime minister priest of our group, but I'm happy to speak on their behalf whenever they wish me to.
Your leader does not speak. He stares down at Brother Solomon.
I choose to save my voice often to spread the word of the Emperor. But in this moment, it is a privilege to meet you, Spartacus.
Will you share a meal with me?
Of course.
Excellent. And you hear a whistling and a chuffing from the other Crute, some of whom stamp their feet, some of whom pound a fist into the sand.
Wait a minute, is there a
Move back among
sell button?
Spartacus gestures you forwards towards the center of this massive cavernous space.
He goes. He follows. He'll make eyes with Damien and Morgan first, just to be like, this is cool, right?
Hmm.
And Morgan's given like a little bow nod for you. Yep.
Damien has been grounding himself. You gave him the
Menu, let's see.
kind of clear his mind of fear temporarily, and that gave him the opportunity to. He has basically just been using like sign Gothic. The part of it that's
183.
like subtle signing, so he's just tapping
Plus 3 stamina.
his like arm against his leg.
Hello, Tamara.
Anywhere his hand rests, he is tapping, and it is
Nice of you to stop by.
of prayers over and over and over again, and that
Just relaxing with some
sense of
World of
command
Warcraft.
that it is a known.
Oh, wait, I
chant
changed.
that it is a known kind
Oh.
of mantra is just helping center him amongst all this overwhelming stuff. So every time you look at him, you also catch a glimpse of just the middle of a sign prayer. But he will copy Morgan's gesture to you as well, a bow.
All right, you move forward.
Click to
with the
unstack
papers.
empty
Steven
slots.
turns to you, Morgan, and Damien goes, "Wow, that's a big play he's making there. This is going to be interesting. I hope you guys are pretty hardcore."
What does it mean to share a meal?
Oh, wow. I'm not going to walk you through this, but let's just say they eat a little different than you or I might normally like to.
I knew it.
And he turns to follow.
I knew it was going to be weird food. It's going to be like a living face. It's going to be something weird.
So you are led through some of these pillars and
Wait,
these other
there's
things.
a
You realize
quest
they've
here.
created a hunting environment for themselves as you move forwards. Some of the Kroot are jumping over the top of these pillars. There are gaps in them where they can hide, where they can circle. It seems like a bit of nesting behavior, perhaps from their avian history, but also creating, spaces, hidden caverns to be able to practice and chase themselves amongst these different pillars. You also see in the distance a couple of Kroot rolling around.
Maybe I should check my voice. Can you actually hear me?
And Beth, these Kroot are clearly
Hello?
being
Yeah,
themselves
it's
and their queens
reacting.
while doing this. It's a large facility.
Yes,
There are a small
at
number of
least.
Kroot children, you would assume based on their size, where they're only 2 or 3 feet tall, clearly kind of being brought out of a little nest area and then escorted
Thank you.
around
This
by
really
regular
helps
Kroot.
me out.
They seem to be
But what's this?
carrying
Argus sent a
towards
note with the
them
crate.
while also,
What?
if
Argus
a
wants me to
tiny
pay him?
Kroot falls,
Bah.
they
Well,
will
adventurer,
laugh
thank you for your
until
help.
that Kroot gets up, and then you
I
watch
need
that
some
Kroot
underbelly
look
skills
serious
from Black
and then
Dragon
laugh as
whelps
well
to
as
pay
though
for
to
the
blend
shoes
in and
Argus sent me
everyone's
from
fine.
Wiltshire.
And
If
you
you
make your
can
way to
get
the center
6
of
of
this
them
space
for
where there are a
me, then
number
I
of
can
different
pay
cooking
Argus
fires.
with
It's clear
some
that this
and
is the
have
area
enough
where
left
Kroot
to
come to
fashion
congregate.
something
They're
for
sitting around these
Black
fires.
Dragon whelp.
You're not
Is it-
sure how many Kroot there are overall. You
Yeah,
can't
let's
also
kill
tell
some
if they're
wolves.
kind of blending in and out of the shadows in a haunted house kind of way, or if this place is just this packed full of Kroot. But this central area, you're seeing probably 30, 40-ish Kroot. People are leaving, people are coming back, people are sitting, people are eating. And there are spits rotating over 4 different fires. Brother Sanctus, you're being escorted towards these fires by the Kroot Shaper Spartacus. What brings you to the hamlet of Fontos?
We come to spread the word of the Emperor, to preach the Ministorum, and he's got the Ezekiel Bible with him as well too.
Yep.
And also this is a sacred testament from my home planet of Promethea. We come to spread the word of Ezekiel as well.
And what value has this word?
This word has as much value as you ascribe to it. We only come to present an alternative.
I ascribe no value to words.
Not yet. But I hope maybe in this meeting we can exchange cultural views. I will learn from you as you learn from I.
I will share my hunting techniques if your words will help make this clan strong.
That sounds very symbiotic. I like it. I like you already.
And I think I like you, but we will see if you have the heart of the hunter.
That Game Master really has a lot of voices he can change into. He's a talented guy.
Give a little thumbs up. I think this is going well.
And the Shaper walks you over to the first of the 4 fires, and you look at this meat that is spinning. It smells excellent. It's clearly spiced very well. It speaks to you. Can you roll me a perception?
To see the weird face, to see because it's a human head. Oh, okay. It's that bartender that Morgan killed.
I know this guy. Oh, you want me to eat him?
Perception?
Yep.
18.
18. You are looking at this and you realize it is a human torso that has had the limbs and head removed, but it is spinning. It has been skinned and it smells great. And the Shaper looks at you and says, "This is from the recent great hunt. It was one who fell and brought back to the Kroot. Taste of it and grow strong. Absorb the lost. Absorb the prey and grow strong." And he reaches out with a hand and uses his taloned fingers to snip off a piece of perfectly rare meat and holds it out to you.
Good. That's good. This is a cool, normal thing.
If your words are strong, you will eat with strength.
Okay, so from a out of character perspective, cannibalism frowned on in 40K, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Frowned on to
As
the
it
point that,
is
like,
anywhere.
as it is anywhere. Well, 40K, a lot of things.
Holy crap, that's a lot of enemies.
I can never remember exactly.
The Imperium
what...
has a variety of death cults, but none of them venerate cannibalism in a general sense. There might be
And-
eating the heart of an enemy, but you wouldn't have experienced that in any way, shape, or
So
form.
obviously, as normal, this would be.
As a Promethean boy, you don't eat your neighbors.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if this would be like, well, actually, on Terra.
You're not.
Yep. So Solomon, I think, he feels as soon as he recognizes that that's like a human body, like he sees like a tattoo on it, like something. He's like,
A nipple.
a nipple, yeah, like on hair, like, yeah.
I think what you can see when you were looking at it is actually it's just the muscle structure.
Yeah.
Because you have studied that amongst the medicine and the other things that you have the ability with, where you can be like, there's the abdominal wall, that's a pec, those are the shoulders, they separated the arms and legs. Okay, it's been skinned, it's just muscle, and it's been perfectly
yeah,
cooked.
it smells
You
great.
wish Cook 10
Yeah.
could do this with normal meat on the ship.
This might awaken something in you.
Yeah, well, listen, the hunger, the ever-present hunger. No, I'm trying to think if I made a religion check. Like, I'm trying to think if there's a way that I can refuse this, while also not like I he doesn't want to recoil from it and go like, oh, sick.
Okay,
People are
so I
disgusting.
think we can do.
I'm trying to see, or like if he can understand a little bit more of this society. And
Let's do a wisdom saving
Yeah.
throw to see if you can actually just hide your original reaction to, oh shit, it's a person.
a 16.
Okay, yeah, you can hide that.
Okay.
Based on what you don't know a ton about the Kroot, but just as the world slows around you with this adrenaline dump of, oh, fuck, he wants me to eat a person, you realize based on the conversation that he is saying is that the Kroot see eating the hunted and the prey as a form of carrying them forwards. There's clearly a veneration here.
Sure.
Which is not the same as like not caring and just any meat is meat. There's something symbolic in this gesture he is offering you.
Sure. That makes things harder, doesn't it?
It seems like this may be his religion.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I think Solomon has to. He's going to put on his his religious hat. Yeah, I think, and try to.
He's already wearing it.
It's big.
Yeah, it's
It's
weighing
very
his neck
big.
down.
It makes him
Yeah.
technically
Yeah.
slightly taller than the Shaper.
Yeah, well, okay, we try. He'll say, Spartacus, let me stop you for a second. This, I think, is a good opportunity for us to exchange a difference in our culture. This wonderful meal that you've obviously prepared here, this appears to be a human.
Yes.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, and I'm not. I just want to be upfront. I don't want to because it looks. I understand where this is coming from.
Then you start hearing
Yes.
some clicking of beaks and some tapping of feet
Now,
from the
this
Kroot
is
in the surrounding fires.
Simply how our society functions. Now, you know, I'm incapable of eating a member of my own species.
You are. And you say your words are powerful. You abandon your dead to loss.
We do not abandon our dead. We simply have different rites and rituals. We sanctify and we glorify them.
Are you refusing this gift from the Kroot? Accept or refuse our gift and company. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I'm listening to.
I knew he would.
You've said
2 seconds.
This has said it as well. Like now, Morgan and Damien.
Agents of the Inquisition, a Warhammer 40,000 RPG.
Yeah.
So we're
Made by Dum Dum and Dice.
Right. That's how. Yeah, he was.
Or dumdumdice.com.
oh fuck, Damien being the damned
It's really nice.
who's put it on himself to do the dark and dirty things so that Solomon can stay in the light and stay peaceful.
I also listen to
It occurs to him that he could
Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
try to do this for him to keep Solomon pure. However, Damien's not sure of the optics of, no, I'll eat it. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So he's now,
As this pause begins to
Yeah,
slightly
yeah,
extend,
yeah.
you're seeing the other Kroot around the fire start to rise
But
up.
this is more mature, I guess.
The legs, help them leap with hands collecting rifles.
Yep.
I think
And Morgan
Come
will
on.
over the combi.
Kill that guy.
Solomon, eat it.
oh God, Damien will say, "What if I ate it?" Subvocally.
as this conversation is playing out, I think Solomon will he's gonna reach his hands out and like hold and
The gobbet of cooked
Yeah.
flesh is placed in your hands.
and he will like look to the both of you and like take a piece and hold it out to Damien.
You wish to share this feast with your companions.
Like I think the
You are a brave leader.
well,
Sharing
that's-
power with your fellows. All three of you step forward. Join this feast with the Kroot.
he'll rip the other piece in half and hand it out to Morgan.
Yep.
And I think you like
Morgan
looking
is
into
very
his eyes.
reverently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He looks like he has no idea what to do here.
Yet Damien will approach. He had the idea. It occurred to him like I can. This is something I can do for you. Have you ripped it into 2 pieces or 3?
3.
Yep. Yeah. Morgan's getting in on it.
All of you will eat. And you're seeing the other Kroot. They begin to rhythmically pound fists and like clawed feet into the sand. There is a drumbeat rhythm in this firelight inside this Kroot tent as you hear whistles and hoots coming from around you as you all look at cooked human flesh in your hands. Do you eat it?
Damien eats it.
Morgan eats it.
Solomon watches the two of them eat it, and he's thinking about trying to like sleight of hand it, and he knows he's not good at it, and he's thinking about like, is there a way out? And like a bead of sweat like goes down, and then he takes a bite.
No. I need a Constitution saving throw from each of you to eat this. I will give advantage to Morgan and Damien because you guys dove right in. Solomon, yours is flat, just to see if you can chew and then swallow this thing.
Doesn't come up very often, but I am a badass at con saves. So that'll be a 23.
Nice. 19 for Morgan.
16 for Solomon.
You all chew this human flesh. It has been cooked. It is comparable to a grok steak. It has been spiced with a variety of flavors. It is delicious in the way that it has been prepared, which is perhaps more unsettling than if it had not been. And you all swallow the meat that you have been given. And Spartacus rears back his head. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And all the Kroot stand up, just waving weapons. And it sounds like laughter, the same sound that you had heard when the child fell and got back up. The Kroot are so clearly joyous and entertained. And Spartacus looks at the three of you and says, "You are indeed powerful. I know how hard that was for you. I know your customs are different than ours, but you have proven yourselves to be hunters. You may sit at our fires and eat the other meat that is not in any way human. You will feast with us. You have brought them into yourselves, and if you do need sponsorship, you have proved yourselves to belong among the Kroot. Sit, make merry, make friends. You are welcome here." Spartacus turns and makes his way to a bone throne at the edge of one of these fires. And the Kroot all pull out a variety of different kind of bone chairs and slices of tree trunks that are wide enough to be able to sit on. There's some music playing, some drums come out, some Kroot start whistling together harmoniously. It's clear this is actually less barbaric than they had originally portrayed for you. But they wanted to see if you could
God
blend
damn it.
in with this. They are still the brutal, violent creatures they are, but it's clear
It's
that
very
you guys
funny, though.
passed the test of being strong enough to be among the Kroot. Stevius is with you. Well, I'm glad that went the way that it did. I was really worried you were going to say no. They would have made you leave. And then Excella Rhodes could have found me through you. You guys can bunk here now if you don't want to stay with the other Guavesa. The crew are kind of all in or all out.
That's good. Thank you. Stevius, thank you for escorting us through this.
No problem. I'm going to stay here too.
All right.
Excella Rhodes, etc.
I think that the three of us would like to take a moment and pray together. After that, it seems like the brothers would appreciate it.
Excellent. Just to be clear, you can't go somewhere and sneak a throw up. One guy did that one time, and I watched that crew throw him out faster than anything I'd ever seen.
That was 100% my plan. I was like, oh, that sounds great. Will you show me to the bathroom?
Yeah, no, if you get caught throwing that up, the crew might eat you.
Would the two of you like other food?
Maybe tamp it down and dilute it.
Yes.
They've got Crudox milk over there, too, if you want a drink.
I'm trying to think, but it like, if he could even eat more food. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this, you're like, even my stomach's starting to feel a little kind of like, man, that's just such a, you know?
Looking at these downtrodden boys. Stevis, could you take those two somewhere? I will get us some food.
Absolutely. Do you guys want to go outside, I guess? Please don't pick that. I could show you where bunks are if you want to know where you could stay.
Sure.
Fine.
Fabulous. Human bunks, come with me. And he leads them away from the fire. Morgan, you remain where the crew are celebrating.
Great.
And you see Spartacus watching your companions leave in the distance.
Yeah. And Morgan is going to try and get, whatever constitutes a plate, maybe a bowl, wooden bowl or something, and get some foods, extra stuff for the boys so they don't throw up. It's just very funny because it's like, to Morgan, the chaos stuff, anything that like harms her soul is so much more disturbing than this. This is like, you have to do it to get through. It's so much less upsetting to her than like having carved a cornate symbol into a human. That actually hurts your whole soul. Like, I don't know, people in dire straits having to eat each other does not like land on Morgan as any sort of particular negative thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a non-issue for her, but she's understanding that shook both the boys and wants to try to get something that will ease them.
The crew start bringing out a variety of what you at first think are kind of bowls, plates. They're not a uniform shape, and as you get closer, you realize these are the top brain pans of a variety of different skulls of various sizes. You're not sure from what species. Clearly not human. Again, they work as like a large platter or dinner plate, and they're handing those out. It turns out just cutting things off with your fingers and holding them out with a bare hand is sort of the play of the test.
Mm-hmm.
They're a much more dignified species in that regard. They also hand out blades. It seems like it's a sharp blade with a leather-wrapped handle. As you take one, you realize there is a stud. It is a vibroblade. So the blade itself will vibrate, and it'll mean it can cut through food really easily and then just stab into it, and it's used as the fork by the crew. So
very cool.
you can collect meat from a couple of different things. You see something that's clearly avian. You see something that is kind of either porcine or dog-like. You're not entirely sure. It might be warg. It depends on if you want to talk to people to find these things out. There's also a collection of different vegetables and grains that have also been prepared by the fires that are brought out. There was just meat originally. Now a small table comes out, and it turns out there are sides.
Yes, that's
There are
great.
sides at the crew buffet.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, I think Morgan would try to chat up a few people of just like, what would you suggest if these are all new foods to me and my companions?
And Spartacus waves away the crew next to you who was about to answer, and I will handle this, our new friends. This is warg, the greatest threat to this world. Eating it will help you grow strong and become more of the woods. This here is Damphidgeon. I do not know the name. It comes from the Guavesa. A number of them have been found in the woods. Hard to bring down. They fly high and they fly fast. If you want to speed your escapes or those of your people, perhaps the Damphidgeon is what you should take.
Very good. I have heard that the war cons are ongoing, but only for the chosen few strongest warriors.
That is correct.
I assume that you are one of the people who can lead those attacks in the woods.
We have lost several Kroot leading those hunting bands. We will remain part of those hunts to try to protect the clan and gain this strength, but the casualties are high.
Is it truly just because the wargs are so fierce?
Fierce, they hunt in packs. I have not had the pleasure of hunting myself because someone must lead the other Kroot. But those who have gone have been brave. Those who have returned have not come back successfully in their own hunts for warg. It has seemed like you will be ambushed with great strength or you will be ignored, and only the warg will choose.
Very interesting. Thank you. If we are to impact this world and help and settle down here more, I wish to know what we can do to assist.
You could prove yourself and join this hunt. It is the highest priority for anyone in this hamlet. We must make this place safe for us to live, to stay.
Do the wargs ever come within the city, or is it just to make more room to expand?
Some of the earth cast were
Chat disconnected on YouTube.
tried to expand. That is when the hunt was called, and the battle has not been won against these creatures. They are clearly an excellent prize.
It seems so. She's gonna cut off some warg meat, and then she'll cut off some flying meat. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your home with us and all of this.
You have eaten the flesh of your own to carry it forward. You are in your own way of the Kroot.
I'll remember that.
Excellent. If you wish to speak, if you have questions, if there is anything we can do, you are of the clan now. Come to me, or the others will help. Would you like some Kroot ox milk for your companions?
Yes.
Excellent.
And he looks back into the shadows and says, Alice! And a tiny Kroot child runs up.
Bring milk for the new kindred.
Alice goes over and disappears back into the dark and comes back out with mugs, clearly carved out of wood crudely, all of them brimming with a green milk-like substance.
Thank you. If you could join me back to find my companions.
Alice will follow you.
Too much for me to carry all at once. And she's going to head back towards where she saw them going.
And you have this tiny Kroot following you as you head in that direction. Meanwhile, Damien and Solomon, you were led by Stevius Funkhauser straight to the edge of this dome. As you make your way through some of these pillars, you find a small number of bunks. These would be similar to what you would expect for Militarum, only they're much more solidly made. They're not kind of simple bolt-together numbers. These were clearly provided by the Tau, and the Kroot kept a few of them before, as you look around at some of the pillars nearby, you can see they just busted them apart and built them into their weird nest pillars for this space. But there are 6 that are available here at this time. They're all double bunk beds built in the same kind of plastic, round-edged, you're not sure exactly what's involved structure. Very comfortable. They are slightly short if you look at them. So Damien, because you are taller than the rest of the gang, you'll be a little curled up into a ball because Tau are generally shorter than...
Probably would have been sleeping in the fetal position anyway.
Can't rule it out.
Nope.
But you find these 6 bunks at the very edge of this. There is about a 15-foot gap between them and any of the nearby pillars. There is sand underfoot, as is stated. They have foot lockers built into them at the edge of the beds. As you look up, you see there's a little conical opening. Stevius steps up to one and just puts his thumb in it, and it pops out a foot locker that's nearly the size of the bed. So clearly you could put anything you want there and close it back in. And he looks at you and says, yeah, they're also gene-locked. Everybody gets really fancy in here, so I won't be able to open yours, and you won't be able to open mine. Anything you want to put there will be nice and safe. Sorry about not warning you about that whole eating people thing, but Spartacus was pretty clear. If I said anything, I'd be out with the Kroot.
I understand. Is there anything else you should make us aware of now that we're part of the Kroot?
They'll treat you pretty well. That's all. You guys essentially passed the test to get into the clan. The Tau can't do it. They're all vegetarians.
Canonically true.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't expect that. That's very sweet. Yeah, I think Solomon is he's rattled.
Yeah.
Like
Damien is doing what he can to just kind of stay present, as opposed to really like going down the rabbit hole of like everything is topsy-turvy, right? Everything goes against the teachings of the Ministorum. So we're both just, I think, staring
Shell-shocked
into the
boys.
the middle distance.
Stevius looks at both of you and says, listen, I've been where you are, and it's a little unsettling, but the thing I'll tell you is you get over it pretty quick. It's just a meal. I know you can look at it as a giant symbol, but it's what they needed you to do for you to be able to make it on this world. You wanted to come to the hamlet of Fontis, you gave it everything you got, and if you hadn't, you would have been out on your ass, either joining a Guavesa gang, or I would have had to drive you back here and you wouldn't have been able to spread the word of shit. So whatever your mission is, you did what you had to do to make it happen, and I'm proud of both of you. As the galaxy's luckiest charmer, I'm aware this was an unlucky day, but I'll tell you, luck turns, friends. You're at the Crute Casino. You just put your first coin in the slot you pulled, and it was a bust. But there's a whole other cup of coins now, because the Crute are sending you to whatever slot machines you want to go to. The odds are on you. You own the house now. Crute House.
This pep talk from the galaxy's biggest fucking loser is about as effective as you would think.
He rolled a 20 to try to cheer you up. So I was seeing if he could actually say anything helpful. He speaks his own language. I can't guarantee effect.
Yeah.
Solomon kind of got it on board there.
I'm listening to a podcast, that's why I don't have audio in the game.
To hear, like this idea of like Solomon is mission focused.
Yeah.
And if he hadn't have eaten the meat, it would have compromised the mission and it could have put you to a danger. So I think he's the regret, the like internal, like he's going through the Ezekiel Bible. There's nothing in there about cannibalism. He's it's obviously disgusting and it's obviously horrible, and he has to like, I think, digest literally and figuratively. But as he hears Stevius kind of ramble about the Crute Casino, he's toning some of that out. But the stuff about the mission and about, you have to make sacrifice. And I think that he's finding a little bit of sense and sensibility in that.
So it helps Solomon, and it makes Damien angrier.
Yeah. Damien's coming at this from a place of like, oh, it was a big symbolic gesture for the Crute. It was a big symbolic gesture for us too. There's symbolism involved in eating your own in the Ministorum and in the Imperium of Man in general. And where I think Morgan doesn't see the connection between that act and tarnishing your soul, Damien does see a connection between that act and tarnishing your soul. And while he has done some reflection and coming to terms with the state of his soul and his place in the Imperium of Man, he is really upset that the Emperor's champion had to do that. That the person that he was charged with by Interrogator Morgan to take care of, that the person that he put himself in charge of guiding and keeping on the path of the light through all of this and kind of telling himself he would do the dark.
Oh, it tells me where I get the
to keep his hands clean and
different items. That's nice.
In this moment, Damien's like, yeah, it's a cold comfort that this is what had to be done to get us through the door, kind of thing. As Stevius is saying, is like, you're in, and that was shitty at first, but it gets better. And it's just like
experience comes exclusively from boar battles. What?
Yeah.
Stevius looks at both of you. Well, clearly that speech only helped you, Damien, and it didn't help you, Brother Sanctus, at all. But I've said what I can. I'm proud of you both. Sorry I couldn't help you more, he says to Solomon, patting him on the shoulder. And clearly we're two of a kind, he says. He rolled a 2 for his insight on how his speech landed, giving Brother Fortis a tap on the shoulder.
Yeah. Damien flinches. He doesn't, the contact, he doesn't like it.
Well, I'll roll some bones with either of you for a top bunk.
You can have it.
Yeah, Solomon just shakes his head.
Incredible. And he goes to the furthest away bunk and goes on the top. He's not quite smart enough to have recognized that there are 3 top bunks, so literally you all could take one and it wouldn't matter.
Noiser.
Solomon, are you all right?
I don't know. That was a lot. I'm not going to lie to you, Fortis.
Fuck, I said Solomon. Sorry.
Yeah. He is
It would be a like in the context of a secret conversation, but I still used the name Solomon.
I'll roll a perception.
Yeah.
I'll roll at disadvantage because he's not very smart, but we got the Damien on it, so we'll check. Oh, God, no, he didn't hear shit.
All right.
So yeah, his eyes will flash to you at Solomon and be like,
Sanctus.
It's not easy, I know.
Don't worry, I'm not overhearing. I've got my head.
Oh, is that the priests? Oh, paladin.
All right, so I know he's deaf. He's losing his hearing as we speak.
I don't know what to think about this. I'm not going to lie, Fortis. I feel terrible. I feel terrible that I should have just eaten it all myself.
No, Sanctus.
I've spread this around to you and Eurus, and I feel like I'm not doing my job.
I know all too well what to think of this. And it's better that you limited your exposure to something like that. And Sister Eunice would say the same thing.
So I think Solomon laughs a little bit, knowing that we're not good at this. Yeah, like he's holding himself up to a standard that he can't achieve all the time, and
we all are,
right?
Yeah.
But there's moments of kind of levity where he's like, we're just not very good at this, are we?
No, not yet.
But we can get better, right?
We have to.
We have to.
This is the job. This is the duty.
This is the mission.
Aye. The Empire needs us.
You're right. The Emperor needs us. We are doing what is asked of us by the Emperor.
Yes. And I must apologize for my part in failing to shield you from these parts of the job.
I don't want you to. That's not your job here. You don't have to
Oh, fuck.
protect me.
Three enemies.
I need to learn. I need to see the reason that Prometheans leave Promethea after this is to learn of the universe and the galaxy. And if I don't know that these things can happen, then I can't protect people from these things. And if I have to undertake these challenges, then I'm happy we can do it together. It makes me feel not so alone.
Sanctus, you
At least he's acting as a tank.
To lump yourself in with those like, it's like looking at Stevius now, like me, like Eunice.
Shit.
We have all done things for the sake of the Emperor. And the things that we do, we must carry. And you have such potential.
Uh-oh.
I've seen the world that you could be a part of if you maintain your purity of soul and heart.
I don't know if you can take those things away.
You can.
Well, we might disagree. Because there's always, even if it's not spelled out for us all the time in the scripture, and in the Ezekiel Bible and in the Ministorum Bible, I believe there always must be a path forward. And you know, I know you've done things. I know I've now done things. But we must be able to forgive. There must be, right? Do you think that once you cross a threshold, there's no turning back?
And like the words absolutely yes are so ready to come from Damien, and he pauses for a minute and thinks, kind of checks himself a little, like he's drawing you in again. So he mentally pumps the brakes on this moment, realizing he's catching himself, and says,
Can you roll me an insight?
Yeah.
Just a quick insight.
Yeah. 16.
The idea of crossing a threshold and being able to walk back in this last moment before you realize you're getting caught up and pump the brakes specifically.
Yeah.
Your instinct would be immediately to say no. But Solomon ate human flesh today, which you consider an act of damnation. Is it possible for Solomon to redeem himself? And do you believe that at your core? Because if that's possible, then crossing a threshold does not necessarily mean eternal damnation. And if that's true for him, who else is that true for?
Okay.
Then you can pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Because this is an insane line of questioning for anybody in the Ministorum anyways.
Yeah.
I just wanted to underline that specifically for you, because you treat Solomon with more forgiveness than you would anybody else.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. That seed gets planted. And I think that's probably then what like brings him back to like, oh, he's drawing you into some weird stuff. His backwards way of looking at the galaxy and looking at the Imperium, and his weird interpretation of the Emperor's will. I have to do so much to help him and correct this, because he can, like, I've seen the light that he can shine, right? And so I've got to cut this off for now. And so it'll just be a scoff of, ugh. Will, you seem like your old self enough. You must be doing fine.
He doesn't feel like his old self. I think as he was saying that, I think he's there's so much that he doesn't know about this. And the only person he's really been talking to about religious things and about morality and about the nature of those two things and how they play out is you. And, when you say that you think he looks okay, you think he seems fine, he just goes,
Too long until I reach level 25.
Okay. All right. Well, if this weighs on you still, I'm always here to talk.
That isn't necessary, but kind gesture. If it weighs on you, bring that to me, and we can both look to the word of the Ministorum to address your concerns. We should go find Eunice if you're ready to go back out there.
And that's when Eunice steps out of the darkness around you, carrying plates and platters of meat. Behind her, a small Kroot child brings mugs of milk. And can I get a perception from both Damien and from Solomon?
2.
13.
And Solomon, you are the only one to see 12 pairs of red eyes pursuing Morgan and this child in the dark. The eyes at the front of 12 bodies shaped like massive wolves that are closing in on all of you.
This episode of Agents of the Inquisition features the voices of Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh Halbert, and Tyler Hewitt, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, whose music was provided by freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. If you want to support the show or get an ad-free version, go to dumdumdice.com/join. That's dumdumdice.com/join. Again, that's dumdumdice.com.
Hey, I'm Arnie Niekamp from the fully improvised comedy podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern. I'm here with my co-hosts, Chunt the Talking Badger,
Bing bong.
and Usador the Wizard.
I greet thee, listeners.
Look, I'm trapped in the magical land of Foon, so I started a podcast interviewing elves, unicorns, and other weirdos. We have great guests like Felicia Day, Jason Mantzoukas, Brennan Lee Mulligan, Amy Mann, and so many more.
Oh, and I think one time we interviewed a sentient shoe? I hope it was sentient.
Not to mention the evil people we've had to interview. How I hate evil.
Join us as we bar crawl across the magical land of Foon.
Looking for adventure.
Getting caught up in escapades.
Hello from the Magic Tavern is available right now on your favorite podcast app and ad-free and with lots of bonus content on Patreon. Subscribe to Hello from the Magic Tavern today.
You have all become clan friends of the Kroot. You were brought by Stevius Funkhauser, your guide, to the Kroot Pavilion, the Kroot Dome, as it were. Welcomed inside where you met the Kroot Shaper Spartacus and were invited forth to feast and exchange words if your words would bring strength to the Kroot and their philosophy could improve your hunts. You were offered at this feast human flesh. You knew it was human flesh. Solomon did not want to take it. Damien thought he might be able to save the group by stepping forwards, but was not sure how. And in the end, all three of you had to eat part of a human carcass that had been cooked. Taking it into yourself and finding out from Stevius that you were not allowed just to throw up. If you did that, the Kroot would really take it personally. So you had to deal with the emotional and physical impact of having done that. You discovered that there are bunks inside the Kroot Longhouse where you have taken up space. You're going to be able to stay there during the time here if you need to sleep at some point. Solomon and Damien had a long discussion about the nature of forgiveness, crime, heroism, doing the right thing, self-sacrifice in regards to their mission. Stevius was apologetic for not warning you about the whole human flesh thing, but he was not allowed to do that or the Kroot would have taken him out. And Morgan collected more food from the locals in the hopes that it could, help calm everybody's stomachs a little bit. Coming alongside her was Alice, the daughter of the Kroot Shaper, who is bringing Kroot ox milk in mugs for the companions here. And Solomon spotted over Morgan's shoulder as she arrived on the scene multiple pairs of red eyes attached to 12 wolf bodies that seemed to be closing in from the shadows. A great threat, especially when you'd heard of the wargs who are in this area who attack in ambush. But Morgan's just coming in with food for everyone.
Yep. Got the milk, I got the food.
Can you roll me a perception? I'd like to know if you were able to catch some of that scene with Romeo on your way here so you know where emotionally the boys are at.
Yeah, Romeo is with us, so Romeo would have picked all that up.
Absolutely. Romeo and Lazarus are both instinctively with you. Yeah. They follow Brother Sanctus unless otherwise described.
It's a 19.
A 19. You caught that scene. The signal was bouncing around inside the dome, so you have full awareness and you heard the full conversation, though your companions are likely not aware of that fact.
Well, yeah. I think that really hits for Morgan because forgiveness of heretical things is a big part of Morgan's both backstory and her conversations with Valentine. So I think forgiveness and your ability to pray and get back what was lost is something that she believes in for sure, which she didn't for a very long time.
So what do you say to the others as you step out of the darkness with your multiple platters and your newfound companion with Kroot ox milk?
Since we have Kroots and other people around, Morgan is just filing this away in her own brain, and she will say, I've brought you other meats. Some of these are the wargs, which apparently are the great hunt and danger outside of this place.
How fast from when I look to Morgan and she starts talking do I see the eyes?
Right about now.
Immediate. Oh God, Morgan! He's not because the we can see the wolf bodies.
Yeah, you can see something like that. They're in shadows.
Yeah,
so
he'll reach over and just grab the sword of Jericho off of Lazarus and just be like, Morgan, get down!
And Morgan will drop because she doesn't know what he's talking about, and plates go everywhere.
Alice is holding Kroot ox milk and looking at you. What is wrong?
Behind!
She turns around. Oh, shoo! Shoo! And 11 of the 12 figures run away, leaving the smallest of them that steps out of the shadow and forwards. And you see what looks like a combination of a greyhound and a hunting dog, but it is skinless. It has red eyes. It's very lean, powerful. It's muscled, even though it was smaller than the other ones you saw run away. And it has a number of quills extending from its body at seemingly random places, with a small number making nearly a mohawk on its head. And Alice, the Kroot child, turns back and goes, "Those are the Kroot hounds. They are part of the clan."
Solomon, like, his heart would, I assume, just be doof, 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 doof.
Yeah.
And he knows he's starting to lose it. Like,
Take some milk.
he'll like shakily,
Holds a mug out to
he
you.
reaches out a hand and takes milk, and now he's embarrassed too. Now he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a little on edge. Let me." And he looks at this green, milky beverage and goes, "Oh man!" And he'll try a sip.
It is just a milk product. It's dairy.
Yeah.
It seems comparable to anything you would have got on Promethea. The color is weird, but the flavor and texture are comparable.
Sure.
It's clearly been pasteurized and treated in some way to make it healthy and, disinfected. Mugs are offered to you, Damien, as well. One for you?
He'll take it. He won't drink from it, but he'll take it.
And for you.
Thank you. Morgan says, taking the drink and
Dusting yourself
yeah,
off.
dusting yourself off, trying to pick
Face
up
first into
any
sand, which
Yeah.
we know
Alice
is
is immediately picking up the platters, just dumping the sand off of them, and then putting the meat back onto them for everyone.
sandy
Great,
meats.
great.
Yum, yum, yum. Gonna get a little
Yeah.
gritty.
If you cut off the outside, then the inside will be good for you to eat. The children drop meat sometimes.
Thank you. And Morgan will take the little vibro blade and start doing that.
Is there anything else you need from me?
Do either of you need anything?
No.
Damien, like unblinking, staring at this Kroot child, just shakes his head.
Okay. Whistler, shoo, shoo. Alice tries to shoo this Kroot hound away, and you see it circle back into the darkness. Whistler is the runt, so he tries to give food.
I see. Thank you so much for helping, Alice.
You are part of the clan now. And she turns and runs into the shadows.
Morgan's gonna just sit back on one of the bunks that the boys are sitting next to. It's very quiet, I'm assuming, for a bit.
Solomon's he's stressed, and he's sorry, Morgan. I'm sorry I made you drop the stupid meat, and it got sand all over it. I'm a little scattered right now.
Solomon's face is also pretty hairy.
Oh, for God's sake!
Brother Sanctus, it's quite all right. I'd rather you err on the side of caution. It's not a problem. Except, Brother Fortis, would you want to help him with his face?
Fine. Hold still, Sanctus.
And I think when you go to grab his head to kind of, you can still feel like his heart is still like.
Yeah.
Doof, 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 doof. So he's
All right. So he'll take a minute there too of like, it won't just be as like clinical as like grabbing some hair to like shear off your face kind of thing. Like
yeah,
grounding again. Like, relax. Hold still.
I'm not going to make you roll for this one because you are on traditional gravity. It is a still location. You're not bouncing around on a ship, so there will be no injuries to Solomon. You successfully shave him, and his face and hairline are human normal. He's not just a box square of a face with a bunch of cuts.
There. Much better when we're not doing this on the ship.
yes. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I do believe that the three of us could use some prayers. If you don't mind me borrowing your book, Brother Sanctus.
Of course. Yes, I think that's a good idea. I think we need to reset a little bit. And he'll pass you the... Yeah.
Morgan's going to thumb through it just to find something. I don't know. Because I think she realizes that that's what settled these two. And so she's going to try to lean into what would make Solomon feel better. But off the top of it, before she even reads anything out of the Bible, she's going to just say, as the two of you know, the Emperor is watching us, and he only puts forth tasks before us that we can complete. He gives us all of the tools that we need to complete our missions.
This.
walk in his light, to follow the path that he has set out for us. And I know, even in this place, even in this darkness, he is proud of the both of you. Flips a page. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Can you roll me a performance? And can I get an insight from, actually, a wisdom saving throw, I think would be the more appropriate roll, from Solomon and from Damien. Damien, you'll be at disadvantage because this is the wrong prayer book.
I reroll.
She rerolls ones.
Ooh. 11.
15.
11.
Okay. Damien, you find yourself weirdly calmed by the book of Ezekiel for some reason. Perhaps because the 20 pages are so locked into your brain at this point. There's so little to memorize that the repetition is the same as your prayer loops.
Okay.
There's just something that's comforting in knowing the words that will come. Technically, the emperor is praised throughout this book, even though it's wrong.
Yep.
It's there. Solomon, it's just not hitting the same today as it normally does. You've just had a lot of stuff going on between having your face shaved and the other things. And I will say, with your perception that you rolled earlier and you being bothered now, you spot that Whistler, the crude hound runt, is at the edge of this area, just looking at some of the edges of meat that had sand on them that had been shaved off, just on the plate, just hopefully staring with red eyes.
Yeah, as the verses aren't hitting in the same way, I think in that, you know, and maybe maybe they are, but he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
He's not paying attention. And then I think as he's looking around while Morgan's reading, he locks eyes with the dog.
Dog looks down.
And then
Looks up at you, hopefully down.
he'll take a piece of sandy meat that's still around and he'll just toss it.
Whistler, the crude hound, dashes forwards. You hear a little keening whistle as he looks down at it, and then scarfs up the meat, and then backs up into the shadows and looks at you again. Looks at the meat, looks at you, looks at the meat, looks at you, looks down.
And
Morgan's still reading, perhaps.
Yeah. He'll while Morgan's still reading, he'll look at Damien and point at the meat and like kind of like, do you want any of this?
Damien will roll his eyes like, I'm not going to eat it. And he'll reach out for some of the scraps and he'll dunk it in the milk he's not going to drink either and kind of shake it off and then hold it out for this creature to come and get.
Can you roll me an animal handling?
Not great, Bob. 6.
Whistler wants to go, but is not willing to get that close to someone. He takes 3 steps out of the shadows, leaving himself about 12 feet from you, but he's holding there just looking at the meat.
Damien like gestures like harder, like, here.
Whistler backs up back into the shadows.
I was like, ugh, and he'll throw it into the shadows. Doesn't even know where Whistler is, just there.
You hear a scurrying of feet on sand. A little whistle and a scarf.
Solomon will try it. He'll see if he can get him to come out.
Okay, Whistler returns.
Yeah,
Morgan's still reading.
Yeah. This is all. It's all still happening.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
I'm realizing I'm not paying attention, so I'm reading, but I'm watching them.
We appreciate the words, but they're just animal handling.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll give you advantage because you threw the first piece, so you're seen as like
Yay!
a meat already.
That mission is done.
I am, if nothing else, a source of
Nice.
Natty 18.
Natty 18. Whistler creeps forwards. You're seeing this is a tremendous amount of muscle on a very lean animal. The same way the crude are. You're realizing these crude hounds are probably more powerful than they look. An equivalent dog size amongst humans would not necessarily be a threat in the same way that crude hounds clearly are built the same way the crude are to kind of throw down. But Whistler creeps up, ends up just below you. Slowly, you see the eyes are just locked on your eyes as this snout moves closer and closer to the meat, and then slowly and gently takes it, draws back just a little bit, and then circles about 4 feet away, does 3 little circles in the sand, and then lays down and just starts pulling on the meat and slowly eating it, watching all of you.
It seems you've made a friend, Brother Sanctus.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I got distracted. He's kind of cute. Look at him.
I'm looking.
Yeah. He's just hungry.
Whistler finishes the meat and looks up at you again. Looks down. Looks up. Looks down.
Is there any more left?
Yeah, there's no more. But now you've taken the sandy bits. Now it's just feeding meat off the platters.
I don't think Solomon's especially hungry after everything. Like he's not.
Damien.
Yeah. right? So he thinks Solomon will just keep doing the same thing. Just keep he'll leave a little bit like right beside him now, and just put a little bit there.
Whistler goes under the bunk where you are, so he's directly below you, and you can just feed meat down, and he'll take it out of your hand from under where you're sitting.
Yeah, he'll keep doing that and go. But please, Morgan, keep reading if you don't mind. It's I know I'm not really zoned in right now, but it's just calming to hear something familiar.
Of course, Brother Sanctus. And she'll turn the page and then just start at the beginning, and she's reading for him.
And you are reading for him. Can you roll me a Constitution? We're using that as a stand-in for stamina. I want to know how long Morgan reads this Bible for.
17 straight out.
11.
11. Okay, I would say you get through, because it's 20 pages. You get through it
I
twice.
thought I was gonna die, and that's why I left.
Get back to the mission. It's not that you're physically exhausted and can't read anymore. It's just, how much time do you think this is worth it?
Yeah. And I think it gets to a point where it does feel maybe that everyone's a little settled. No one's happy, but no one's at a high anxious point. It has brought down.
Yep, and you read the
room.
final words of the Bible.
Today, let's see, as in...
Fear the heretic. End of list.
Fear the mutant. Fear the heretic.
624.
Book close.
And thump.
Klokken 4. I en kjellerstue på Sofiemyr sitter en gutt på 14 med beina på sofabordet og et headset på hodet. Slik har han sittet siden 1:30. Og det nå, I det han hører moren komme hjem fra jobb, at han kommer på det. Han hadde en oppgave I dag. Sagt høyt før han gikk til skolen, og repetert via melding klokken 1.
Magnus? Du, hallo! Husket du å ta kyllingen ut av fryseren?
Nei, men... Hva med Volt?
Well, now that we are part of the crew and we have
it's a waste to take Blessing of Kings if I choose this one, I would say.
Seeing what else there is in the city.
Yeah, I'm gonna respect later so I can take Pursuit of Justice instead.
And for both of you to keep in mind, Sweet Jimmy did mention that we could get an elect too if we wanted to be able to get into more of the buildings. Though I understand that may be a bridge too far right now.
What do you think of it?
It may be something that we need, but more information first is also very important.
Just for my clarification, you'd mark your flesh in Tau markings for access.
Sorry, just remind me, is the Electu, is that specifically a Tau thing, or is it like a universal thing that they're just using?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
An Electu is also a Mechanicus item
Hello.
that has been referred to. So there are tattoos that exist in 40k, and there are Electus that exist in 40k. Can I get...
Yeah, it's growing, that's for sure.
Access to Oromite armor and other things on your planet. Can I get a... I would accept either medicine or history, depending on how you think.
So many people on this server are afraid to say hello.
History check. 17.
Yeah. That's a 6 for Morgan.
A 16.
Okay.
History.
Morgan, you don't know a ton about this other than it's a marking.
Yep.
You're up for doing whatever the mission requires. What I would say is Damien and Solomon, you both have experience having seen Electus with the Mechanicum that you've dealt with. There were technicians that you had to deal with, other people on your travels when you were part of the witch hunting teams,
people
who were part of quarantine investigation, people who were looking after the irrigation, people who were part of kind of the various tech teams that acted in and around. They would have Electus. Similar to tattoos, only they required an electrical current to be able to be seen. The Mechanicums are a little bit cruder. They're also the equivalent of a tattoo that you can kind of turn on and off. You know, clench your fist, it'll light up, release your fist, it's gone. It's not as necessarily visible and fully apparent at all times. Some of the Mechanicum, as they get
it won't be long
can actually be a permanent thing because they're always
until we hit 1,000
that they have, where it's like a preferred and sometimes religious form of tattoo. But it seems like this is just a high-tech tattoo that is also an identifier. A way that it would be built into your body if you were a Guavesa to know that you were friendly with the Tau. Any drone could scan it. You could be identified anywhere. They could just track you within the settlement much more effectively. You don't know this version, but like a tattoo, you imagine with Closet's tech, because you both rolled decently, it could probably be removed. You're just not sure.
Okay.
Yep, and Morgan's going to look long and hard at Damien and just...
If it is necessary.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yep, we could feel the judgment coming off of Damien here.
I would volunteer to get one if we need. I would shepherd us through these locked gates. I feel like I need to take on more responsibility here. I've abdicated some. If we need to take the elect too, and it will allow us passage and help the mission, I am more than willing.
I'm sure there will be many opportunities for you to go above and beyond your call of duty. I think I'm speaking out of line.
I think we should take all of this one step at a time. I appreciate everyone's resolute attitude towards this. But let us just find out what more we can. Agreed?
I need to go to Stormwind now.
Yes.
Sure.
Get some paladin skills.
Morgan's gonna look down at the stuff. You said there's grains, there's other things?
Yeah, the sides would still be there.
Yeah, Morgan is going to give Solomon back his book and then pick up this obvious skull and then just start eating some of the...
Eating like a barley cake and a handful of asparagus.
Yeah, and we'll quietly eat a little bit.
Then from below the bed, you just hear...
Sorry, I think he likes me.
We can use all the friends we can get.
Constitution. Is like the day when the country signs the laws of the country.
Like pet him though. I'm still a little weird about it, but I think we're cool.
You do have
That's Constitution.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll like if there's an empty little skull basin, I'll pour it in that and I'll like slide it.
Great. The color mixes with a little of the blue that had been left there as you slide it under.
Oh, it was not supposed to be mine like that.
I don't think they feed this guy. Look at him. He's just going nuts. That's wild. We should... What was his name? Whistler? Did they call him that?
Yes, they called him Whistler.
That's not a bad name. I said, do you mind? Unless you have a better one?
I'm not naming it.
Oh, okay, well. Whistler. Yeah. Oh, it sounds like he's laughing. That's fun.
You hear him snort, and a whistle comes from his nose, and you realize that may be the sort of the name.
Oh, check that out. Man.
Damien is now like stood up by the door, like by the threshold of this room kind of thing.
Basic
like
quest.
Exploring and investigating together separately.
Split the party.
Yeah.
That's all three of us going different directions. No. He'll say, we obviously will stay together.
Well, then shall we go?
Let's. Oh.
And you realize Stevius is fully asleep.
Oh,
on
I
his
thought that was
bunk.
Whistler. Look, he's sleeping. That's so cute.
Bring Romeo down here. Get a picture of him.
Take a picture.
God damn, these guys
But no, Stevius is
respawn
asleep.
fast.
Him asleep in his bunk. You can hear the pound music playing through his headphones from where you are. It's so loud.
Yeah. Well, we can ask Stevius more questions, but I think it's fine if we take a look around ourselves.
We seem to have earned their trust.
Indeed. All right. Let us be off then.
And you make your way through the Kroot compound and out.
Yeah, if you Google 17 May Norway Constitution,
All right, you're joining the group.
easily explained, I guess, by an AI.
Your plan as you exit the Kroot Longhouse. The question is, you could go anywhere, do anything.
Happened in
You only have access to public.
1814, was it? Something?
So you now have a sponsor, and if you need to get your elect to, Shasui Jimmy had said you could tell any passing drone that you needed to talk to him, and he would come and find you.
One thing that Morgan for sure wants to look at is public area stuff. Like, is there propaganda? Are there like signs that are out? Like, what is the accessible information to anyone who's just out in the open? Like, obviously there's the hunts that are going on? It's like, is there information about this town, or even like, this is what our town's about? Like, if you were just a person to come into the town, that sort
You
of
have to
stuff.
speak
Like, what is
with the statue.
available to like the public, and
Open
what
the
is it
statue.
presenting to the people in this town?
Okay.
Good question.
Roll me I'm going to say perception.
Okay.
I think I would accept help from either of you if you wanted to help Morgan as you were searching around specifically for what she's looking for, or are you looking for other things as you guys are wandering the hamlet?
I know my instinct was to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, we'll have you check in with some people. We'll have you roll perception.
I think Solomon, despite chilling out a little bit, I think he's still going to be kind of on like threat detection. Like he's a little on edge. So I think he's still going to be kind of looking, seeing, making sure there's no sneak attacks, ambushy kind of vibes.
Great. I'm going to say Solomon will give you advantage on your searching just because he's keeping an eye on extra military and combat stuff, obviously relaying that to the group. You're keeping an eye out in general. We'll see what
So
your
he's just smiling
can
about.
positively or negatively affect your ability to find people to talk to.
Oh,
Ooh, not great. It is an 11.
And 11. Okay, as you stroll the hamlet, you're realizing there is not a lot of public-facing signage. It seems like there is a lot of stuff written in Tau script over doors, in other areas. It's very near binaric. You're seeing a lot of kind of solid lines, then gaps and things, comboed phrases. Some of it's almost like a film, like the edges of a film cell, only some of them are filled in, some of them are blank. There are gaps. It's unpredictable in terms of that. You don't have direct translation to it. There are a lot of drones, again, outside doors flying around. They're ever present, these drones, all kind of all over the place. About half of them doing tasks, I would say. You're looking at them clearly going from place to place. Otherwise, they seem to be, if they've got a camera over a door, it's a drone in a slot. As the piranhas are going by that you're seeing with the kind of two Tau figures riding inside of them, there are two drones at the front that seem to be attached to be the weapons on the front of these things. Drones are everything you would ever imagine as like a gun-slaved or servitorized in Imperial society. They just seem to be plug-and-playing drones. Not a lot of stuff is built into the buildings themselves. It suggests a certain kind of ramshackle-ish build. As you are circling around, you do find 3 different larger domes that you would imagine are the Guavesa headquarters. You're seeing people wandering around outside occasionally, people wandering in at huts trying to assist. It seems like they're a little bit separate from the Tau. The Tau will give them nods, even Tau who are working outside of the fire cast. You're seeing water casts seem to be generally wearing blue fatigues. They seem more personable of the Tau you're seeing. They're chatting with people a little bit. They tend to be the ones running the retail establishments if people are getting seeds, if people are getting other things they need. The earth cast dressed in kind of earthier browns and dark reds, heads down, working. They're not rude, but they're just not interested in talking with any of the other locals that you're seeing. Aircast, you're not seeing anybody you would guess in terms of a third uniform style, but the protection fleet is up in the sky, and it seems like the majority of the cover being flown over this area under the stealth shield are battle suits. You're not seeing a lot of them. You're not seeing like teams of battle suits. You're seeing individual suits with occasional drone accompaniment flying around and over the city. It seems like they're a little light on battle suits compared to just regular fire warriors. The 3 different human enclaves have very different styles of decoration in the same sense that the Kroot do. One just says Emperor's Finest over the door in a crudely daubed sign that has been clearly done by hand on a large piece of wood that has been put up. There are a number of Aquilas, spray painted on the edges, brushed in, all those kinds of things. There is another that says Ol Chaos Forged. It's got some crude daubings around the edge. From what you would see, I would say both Damien and Morgan, because you have training in specific heretical imagery, there's nothing you're seeing that's actually a symbol of chaos. Like you're not seeing the Octed, you're not seeing any of the symbols of the gods. It seems like this may be the kind of punk rock human element of like, we're going to put a dangerous name on a thing because we're dangerous, not because they actually have any inclination in that regard. And the third group are just known as the Mercs with Mouths. Around this area, the only place you are seeing any kind of graffiti or other art appear to be on human domiciles or these major areas. And it seems like these 3 competing groups are all kind of marking their territory or competing in terms of sigils and other things. You aren't seeing any violence outside. There aren't guards outside these Guevesa doors. You aren't seeing that anywhere, but it's clear they have these three kind of enclaves that they are within, with other people doing work. You're not sure exactly what. It seems like they have their own private bunks. Your guess would be when you officially join one of these gangs, that's when you move into one of these headquarters.
Right.
That's what you can see from the outside. So of the people you could see, you might be able to flag down just a random human who is kind of doing work, of which you could see a small number of the mercenary variety or just kind of casual imperial citizens. Or your next best bet would probably be a water caste diplomat or retailer if there was somebody you wanted to talk to from the Tau, Damien, because they seem the most approachable and chatty as you've seen wandering around.
Okay. Yeah, he would go up to someone in the water caste then, at like one of the merchant stalls or something like that.
Super. You find yourself at a water stall.
Yeah.
There's just big, refined water things behind, mugs and cups being handed out, along with jugs and other things that can be used for farming that can be walked around or carried by drones.
Okay. And this is still so weird and unsettling to him, but he's trying to power through it. And so I think he remembers Valentine and remembers that the Emperor puts before us, especially after Morgan mentioning those words as well. Remembers that he needs to smile about these opportunities that the Emperor puts before us. So his eyes are dead, but he has a big grin as he walks up to this person. And I think it's not even like he wears the grin as he approaches. It's like, okay, now I have to do this. And so then the smile comes on and he says, oh gosh, what did we call it? This version of the Ministorum?
The Holy Mission Ministorum Minister?
Thank you. Hello, I am a member of the Holy Ministorum Mission Minister. I'm new to Vorex and I've been looking to spread the good word of the Emperor. And I've seen you chatting with quite a few people here, and no one seems to want to talk with me. I was wondering, what's your secret?
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, fella. I do run the water hut, which is one of the things that might help, because they're coming to me for a reason. You're standing inside a medium-sized dome, slightly larger than the Habs, but with a larger doorway that's clearly kept open. Behind him, again, is all this equipment. He's wearing coveralls. He's a little shorter than Morgan, a little squatter, but he's leaning one arm on the counter. Shasui Jimmy feels like a guy who's learned English as a second language. This is clearly someone who's fully comfortable having this conversation. You seem like a charming fellow to me. I mean, what do you need to know?
Oh, just understanding a bit of the history of the place to see where the Emperor's light can fit in the best, to shine the brightest.
Well, I don't know if we need the Emperor's light here. We've got the Talva, and I'm telling you, that's a light that carries us all forwards.
My brother Sanctus has already spoken to some of the Tauva, and they've come to a mutual understanding that there's an exchange to be made here.
Thanks.
I don't want to be rude, but I think you might be a little bit confused, because we've got the Tau. That's who we are as the people, as a species. And then there's the Talva. That's the greater good. That's the thing we're all moving towards. It's something that exists both within and without all of us. And as long as we focus on that greater good, we're unstoppable, and everyone's going to feel such joy.
Neat.
Just a hellish grin on Damien's face.
Good for you.
I have much to learn, it seems. Is there...
Oh, we all do. Don't take it personally. You seem like a really capable fellow. You're going to pick this up pretty quick.
To that foul creature. You are very brave.
Great.
The town. Fantastic.
Again, if you wouldn't mind helping me understand...
Don't mind at all. What would you like to know?
Where it is you all came from.
Well, the Tau originally came from Daleth.
An enemy of Stormwind
we've been traveling around through space, starting our different expansion spheres, taking the fleets out there and spreading the Talva across the galaxy.
Terror and misery upon our town.
I see, and how did you come to find Vorex?
Morgan, he conducts his
itself.
evil business.
I mean, that's a little bit above my pay grade. I don't decide where we go, because that's not my place in the greater good. But our incredible ethereal On-O Artemis brought us here, and is the one who knows exactly what we're doing, leading us all towards a greater good. I mean, clearly you're here, so you must know that the Talva is also for you.
Yes. I've heard of this ethereal. Seems to be a very important
absolutely
figure in your society.
Well, leading us all in the name of the Talva.
That's wonderful.
Well, the incredible thing about Auno Artemis is how kind and accessible and personable he is. I don't know if you know this yet, but anyone with an Elect 2 can book a meeting with the Auno. He has office hours every day for people to be able to go in and talk to him about their concerns, about the hamlet, whatever you need.
A fellow of such status, there must be such a long wait list to
Where would
see
you like
him.
to
Are
fly
people
to?
able to get an Elect 2 and see him in the same day?
People can book time when they need to. It's one of the things. We as the Tau don't need to engage with the Ethereal's attention very much. Auno Artemis knows what we should be doing, and we completely agree. But sometimes the Guavesa try to do so. I think right now, a lot of the Guavesa, especially the leaders of their seeming miniature clans, are all focused on getting the Firecast's attention as opposed to the Ethereal. So it's possible to get a meeting with him on relatively short notice.
I see.
I believe his office hours start in about 1 hour.
Well, how fortuitous. Thank you.
It's every day.
I think that's where I should take my queries and
Well,
the
do you have
light
an
of the
Electio?
Emperor next. No, but I understand Shaswi Jimmy.
Oh, yeah,
Can-
Jimmy. He's great. He'll help you out with whatever you need. Once you get that Electio, I can also provide you all the water you need for yourself to drink.
I'm not thirsty.
Well, when you are, I'll be waiting here. And I'm happy to chat anytime, whatever I could do for you.
That's good. One last question before I'll leave you. Thank you so much for lending me your time.
Oh, no problem.
My compatriots and I, we had just a devil of a time getting here. The warp jumps, the space pirates, the perils of travel out here. How is it you all came here? You all look so unscathed. Everyone seems so unbothered by the trials of traveling.
Well, we are the Tau, and we have some of the greatest technology you could ever imagine. Our Aircast is so capable, and the Earthcast are building new marvels every year. It's incredible what the Tauva can bring to a society. You know, a lot of backward societies don't look towards progress because they aren't looking towards the greater good. They're looking towards their own personal good or the good of some autocrat, and we really believe that everyone's good. The Tauva is key, and that's why when you look around here, are you seeing warfare? No. Are you seeing starvation? No. Are you seeing cruelty? No, you're just seeing a collection of beings from a variety of species building a beautiful tomorrow.
So, what is the name of this great craft or device that your Earthcast built, that your Aircast was able to bring you all here unharmed?
That's a great question, but I'm the water guy, so I don't exactly know. I'm sure if you have a chat with the Ethereal after you get your Elect 2 and commit yourself to the Tauva and the Guavesa, I'm sure they'll be able to help you out with whatever you need.
You don't know how you got here.
I'm the water guy.
You sure are, friend.
Yeah, a
Goodbye.
lot of people. Oh, goodbye. If you need me again, just ask around for Porla Alvin.
He's hit the limit on Porla Alvin. He can't with him anymore. And he'll come try to find Morgan and Solomon with his intel.
Morgan and Solomon, have you just been watching this from a distance? Or what have you been up to? You've just been scouting, but I think he stopped to talk at a water stall.
I think Solomon's still just kind of doing sit rep stuff. He sees that Damien's like talking, so he's like, Damien's got that under control. He's getting information. And then otherwise he's constant vigilance, looking around.
Fabulous. Can you roll me a perception?
6.
You're looking around.
Everything's great.
Yeah.
No threats.
If something's coming, you'll see it.
Yeah, Morgan's definitely keeping an eye on Damien, but I think also trying to figure out which of these Guavesas groups
ease,
is
adventurer.
Axelrode's from.
Magistrate Solomon
Trying
is
to
a noble
suss out
leader.
the difference
His
of who's
words
leading
carry
which.
great weight with me.
Okay.
I shall seek the counsel of the
roll
king.
me an insight.
And make
The
the
DC is
situation
going to be
clear
very
to him.
high because you
I'm
really
sure
just
the
have the
good judge
names,
that he
I
has
know,
the
yeah.
Stormwind
which is
army
not the
support.
most helpful. But
Reinforcements will be
Insight.
sent as soon as word is given
Nope.
from His Majesty.
8.
While I wait for a
can't
response
tell.
from
You
the
know
king,
she's a
I
lone
want you to
shark. You
carry
know she
this
calls
letter
in
to
bets. You know
Magistrate
she's got
Solomon.
loyalists to her,
Dismissed,
but that could
adventurer.
be under any category. Your guess would be maybe not the Emperor's finest, but you don't really have any evidence to support that. It's just she doesn't sound like a terribly devout person, so it'd be weird. I mean, it's weird there's a place called the Emperor's finest
That's why
among this,
it's
but
curious. Yeah.
you don't really know. So Damien returns.
Yeah.
Damien, did you learn anything?
Oh, I learned enough.
Fortis.
Oh,
Fortis.
fuck yeah. I'm not even catching it anymore.
Yeah. I need to have like a
hi, my name is Fortis. I need
or
to
like
wear
some
this-
kind of like auto-flagellation kind of thing that I can like smack my own hand and be like, son of a bitch.
I think it's also challenging, and I will note this, that I am still referring to you by your true names and not your cover names.
That's fine.
I'm going to continue to do that.
Yeah.
because I can't possibly keep track of both.
No, that's fine.
Also, internally, you all think of yourselves still as yourselves,
yourself.
unless
Yeah.
you're
Yes.
fully blending in, but I don't think that's true.
We're not that deep in cover.
No, you're all also uncomfortable in these roles.
Sanctus, I learned that the ethereal on Artemis takes callers, takes audience with people who have an electu to see him. His doors open in an hour, and it seems like we could have audience with him today. All the other Guevesa
Oh, whoops, wrong place.
chasing after the fire case, the warriors. And so, the water-cased fellow back there, he did not disclose to me how they came to be here, why they came to be here. But told me that he doesn't question that either. And that the leaders, they're the ones with the knowledge, and that would be the ethereals. That would be this Olna Artemis. Seems like if he's taking questions from folk like us, that's as good an opportunity as we're going to get to learn more. And to Morgan, I don't know, fuck me. And to Sister Eunice, for you to speak with a Tau leader, exert influence, negotiate, convince them to leave. This is the person to speak to.
Sounds like it. I can only assume there's more to it than just this, but talking to someone who has more information is paramount. So how do you all feel about marking yourselves with Tau language?
If it comes to it, that is apparently what we are prepared to do.
Someone's like rolled up his sleeve already. Sign me up. We can do it.
Then we will all go together.
Okay, you're making your way to the Tau security area.
I think we'll go back to the front. We'll just go back and see Shasui Jimmy.
Great.
Yeah.
You go back to the
We
front.
don't want to talk to any creepy drones. It's too much. No, thank you.
So it takes you a stretch of time to get there, but you do spot Jimmy on shift. He is running one of the security areas.
Have you seen Shasui Jimmy? He's blue. like trying to track down the only Tau we
Actually,
basically
that's
met.
a very good question because their armor is all uniform. Can you all roll me or actually, I will have Morgan, I will have you roll me, and I will give you advantage with the others helping for perception to try to spot Jimmy.
Jesus. 13.
13. There are a lot of Tau. You would have to go from TSA screening area to ask if it's Jimmy.
I think I would just go to the first screening area and step up there and ask the Tau and be like,
Excuse me, if I could have a moment.
Absolutely. Are you looking to exit?
Actually, we were looking for Shasui Jimmy. I wasn't sure which post he would be at.
Oh, he's the third one down.
So you want to be
Thank
a
you
blacksmith, eh?
kindly.
Grab an apron and a hammer, lad.
bow,
Let's see what you
back
got.
up. Go to the third one.
You make your way to the third one. You see Shasui Jimmy. The people that he is welcoming through, they go through and into the space, and he's just standing waiting for the next group.
Great. She'll walk up there and
Well met again, Sweet Jimmy. And she's doing like a bow, like, I'm holy. I know I'm in overalls, but like, trust me.
It's good to see you as well. He looks at his wrist, and it pops up, Sister Eunice of the Holy Mission of Ministorum Ministry.
That's correct. We are now being sponsored by the Crute, and we plan to stay here longer.
Congratulations, that was noted in a passing drone by the Shaper.
Oh, it's fucked up here. It's fucked up here. Perfect. We also would all like to get the electus in order to become more part of this society.
That makes a great deal of sense. Now, you understand that the electus are a commitment to the Talva and will involve an oath.
Of course it would. Why wouldn't it? That sense. It makes sense. Makes sense.
Down the hole we go. Okay,
man.
Great.
And he takes out
Solomon's
the
gonna have a problem
electu
with this.
machine and holds it out and says, "Who's going to receive an electu? All three of you?"
Morgan's just gonna hold out her arm first, because it's like, if these boys balk, then she'll just go by herself, and it's like, she's gonna take this for the team, so she's gonna put her arm out.
Certainly I will, she says.
And you, Brother Sanctus, of the Holy Mission Ministorum Ministry?
He can't lie. He can't take an oath against his thing, so he's just...
You could ask what the oath is.
Yeah, you know what? That's what this oath. What does that look like?
Well, you need to swear to serve the Talva, the greater good of all the people of the hamlet of Fontis, and to obey the righteous and lawful orders of your Tau commanders.
I see. It sounds like he's just getting set up for being put into situations where he's going to have to...
I think Damien sees the hesitation and knows also that you have your oaths.
Yeah.
And that you follow those. We've seen how you follow your oaths. And we'll kind of just put his arm out as well and say, Brother Sanctus will remain behind and send his scribes in his stead.
Behind, I think we're just talking about electus, correct?
Yes, but Brother Sanctus has a greater mission and may need to leave.
You can still leave if you have an electu. You are not trapped here.
No, I'm sorry. Brother Fortis is being too kind. I would like an electu, but my faith, I know, would prevent me from taking this oath so early in this proposition.
Well, that is one of the great weaknesses of faith. It's why we, the Tau, don't believe in religion. It's deeply flawed and holds people back from their own greater good. Clearly, this electu would welcome you into our society and greatly improve your life. It's tragic that your religion is preventing you from finding your own Talva.
Well...
Now for you other two, please repeat after me the Tau Oath Allegiance.
This episode of Agents of the Inquisition features the voices of Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh Halbert, and Tyler Hewitt, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, whose music was provided by freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. If you want to support the show or get an ad-free version, go to dumdumdice.com/join. That's dumdumdice.com/join. Again, that's dumdumdice.com/join. Though the team is working under special condition, this podcast isn't. So tell your friends about Agents of the Inquisition and join us next episode. Rabute Gilliman himself commands it.
Episode 14.
Dungeons and Dice has to give a special thank you to the Supreme
15.
Patreon at this time.
Klokken Van Cleef and I were members of the Stonemasons Guild. Our main project was to rebuild Stormwind after the war. When we had finished our duties, we were cheated. The nobles refused to pay us for our work. Some of the more senior of the stonemasons were offered governmental jobs, but Van Cleef refused it out of loyalty to all the stonemasons. He led a riot and left the city, swearing revenge. His lieutenant, Basil Thread, might know more about Van Cleef's plans. He's being held prisoner in the stockade.
Hey, I'm Arnie Niekamp from the fully improvised comedy podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern. I'm here with my co-hosts, John the Talking Badger,
Bing Bong,
and Usador the Wizard.
I greet thee.
Yeah, there's not.
Look, I'm trapped in the magical land.
There's not long until this server is gonna reach 1,000 players.
Other weird.
It's about 600 now at max, so.
Jason Mantzoukas, Brennan Lee Mulligan, Amy Mann, and so many more.
Oh, and I think one time we interviewed a sentient shoe? I hope it was sentient.
Not to mention the evil people we've had to interview. How
What
I
in the
hate
light do
you.
you want? Can't you see
Join
we have a
us as we
crisis
bar
here?
crawl
Basil
across the
Thread.
magical land of
Why would you
Foon.
want to speak
Looking
with
for
that
adventure.
bastard? How am I
Getting
supposed to
caught
know
up
you're
in
not one of his
escapades.
cronies? Come down to
Hello
help
from
with
the
this
Magic
bloody
Tavern
riot.
is available
If all the
right now on
blasted
your
cells
favorite
weren't open,
podcast
I
app.
might throw you in one
And
for a while.
ad-free and with lots of bonus content on
Let's get one
Patreon.
thing straight,
Subscribe to
adventurer.
Hello
I
from the
don't
Magic
trust you,
Tavern
but
today.
with the situation as it is, you probably won't make a difference. So here's how it's going to be. Go down there and have your talk with Thread.
Your mission in the
you're
hamlet
really
of
on our
Fontis
side,
on the
then
planet of
kill him
Voryx is
and bring me his
progressing,
head
and
when the
you
job's
are
done. And if it
considering
turns out you're on
joining
his
the
side and
Tau
don't come out,
Empire formally.
When we find you, you'll die
You have
along with the rest
befriended
of the
a
maggots.
crude hound named
The
Whistler,
uprising
the
must be
runt of the
quelled.
litter. You explored the hamlet in general, discovering there were 3 different human factions known as the Mercs with Mouths, the Old Chaos Forged, and the Emperor's Finest. Damien had an incredibly uncomfortable conversation for him with a water cast retailer who was trying to move water and explained that you could meet with the ethereal of this city if you had an Electu and were an official member of the Guavesa, at which point you went to meet Shasui Jimmy over at the Tau SA. Took a moment to find him.
Hello, Golden Clippy.
And then you found him.
Man, what you said? Man, I trying this server.
Which means Brother
And Capicraft, huge amount. Yeah, I read about that one.
He cannot lie.
Southeast Asian Turtle WoW server.
Electronic wand in his hand, extended forth to give you Electus on your forearms. He says, "You
I
will
have
repeat after me.
55 MS, which is acceptable.
With 2 separate drones, and this will be kept by the
I had like 20 on the Turtle WoW server, but
Is Damien giving Morgan a look?
He's like
okay,
taking
let's see.
the interrogator.
Yeah.
No more missions here.
Seems the most comfortable or the least uncomfortable with everything that's been going on. And it's like, is
Valor.
it permissible in our new world? Kind of.
Is that the new place?
That I don't think, but he's like.
Where was that again?
Burning ahead as you get further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The oath begins with you saying, "I state your name."
I'm Sister Eunice.
I, Brother Fortis.
So while this is going on, can Solomon get on the microbead and just sub-vocalize Ministorum prayer?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, I think he would. Like, I think he knows that Damien is really going to struggle with this. Morgan, I think, is she's harder to read morally as far as like what's a gray zone to her. But I think
Here was Balor.
that he's once again these two have kind of stepped up to take a bullet for him. I think it's like, well, this is the only thing he can do in this scenario.
Mind.
He's going to lean. He's not even reading the Ezekiel Bible. He'll pull out the Old Testament and he'll just flip open to a page and be like, well, this will help Damien. I can tell.
So you can also just be reading this aloud next to.
I
There was
guess
no
that's true,
ruling
yeah,
on this. So
then,
yeah,
yeah.
you're
I think I'm
reading
gonna
it. You're
focus
talking
on
about
leveling some copper or mining.
Swear my undying loyalty to the Tau Empire and the Tau people.
Swear my undying loyalty to the Tau Empire and the Tau people.
Have you tried? Have you gotten an account on this server,
Good of all the empire.
Clippy?
I swear that I will follow the Tauva for the good of.
For my own good.
For my own good.
And the good.
And the good of the empire.
And the good
of the empire.
Of the empire.
I swear I will follow all orders given to me by an ethereal.
I swear
I will follow all orders given to me by an ethereal.
And all orders given to me by a Tau commander.
And
all orders given to me by a Tau commander.
I renounce all other loyalties and swear my loyalty solely to the Tau Empire.
And when that is happening, all that is in Morgan's mind's eye is long ago Valentine telling Morgan that whatever she needs to do to go undercover, I trust you. And that's what's in her mind, as she says. I renounce all other loyalties and swear my loyalty only to the Tau Empire.
Damien has a thought, but while we're still got this one fresh, I renounce all other loyalties and swear my loyalty to the Tau Empire.
I forgot to go to the Paladin Trainer. Crap.
The wand just
Let's
passes
do
over
that.
your forearm, Morgan, and you feel an itching underneath the skin. You're realizing this might be radiation-based. You're not sure exactly what it is. You're expecting needles. You're expecting the traditional kind of imperial bluntness, but this is much more subtle. And then Shasui Jimmy turns to you, Damien, and does the same thing over your forearm. You can both see your electus glow bright for a moment before they go away.
Thank you, Shasui Jimmy.
You're very welcome. Are there any other questions or things I can assist you with?
No.
Wonderful. Welcome to the Empire, and the Talva smiles on you both. You are truly Guavesa and will always be Guavesa.
May the Tauva smile on you as well.
It already does.
I will turn her back around. Look towards Solomon, who has been saying prayers.
Are you sure you don't want to abandon your faith and join the Talva?
Yes. Thank you for asking, though.
You'll have an unlimited number of chances to make the right decision.
Which
constant, like the idea that that's available to him, where everything else in the Empire is just like, you fucked up once, you're dead. This idea of like, you not only am I presenting you this thing, but also it in perpetuity forever. It catches all, and some of these concepts are so foreign to him that I think it even forces him to kind of take a minute and go, okay, thank you. And he like closes the Ministorm Bible.
You have a sponsor. You are still welcome to stay longer than 24 hours. You will just be limited to public areas.
Certainly.
Enjoy the hamlet. I must return to my duties. The Talva demands it of me.
All right, yeah. We turn back around and everyone is so uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they're having a bad time.
You have approximately 20 minutes before you are supposed to have your meeting with the Ethereal. If you want to try to go and attempt that during his office hours,
that the light
it takes a little bit to get there. But what do you want to do with your time? What are you thinking? What are you saying to each other as you step away from this scene? Now, two of you having sworn out loud an oath renouncing the Emperor in favor of the Tau Empire and with Tau script tattooed on your forearm.
Solomon first will once again, you guys have stepped up for him in a way that he's so struck by.
Splendid.
So he's
There are many tasks throughout the city
Morgan,
and surrounding lands that
no.
hold much challenge,
Eunice,
and they could use
Brother
a
Fortis.
man good.
Once again, I'm more than in your debt. You've
light
both
protect
taken
you this day.
a very
Through rigorous
meaningful bullet
retraining,
for
I
me.
have had to break many
I don't know
students
how
of all
to
they
begin
had
to repay
previously
this,
learned,
but if you need
so
anything,
that I might
please.
teach
Yeah, let's see.
If
Is it bugged?
I
I will do
offer
for you.
becomes
Just say the word.
increasingly
What can I choose? Talents.
You're so safe while
It is
we
for
go
that
talk
reason
to
that
this.
it becomes increasingly
Yes, I can.
difficult with each retraining.
This is not bugged.
Make you of the talents you have
Roles
learned.
to play.
I understand.
Do not overextend yourself beyond what your calling is.
I will remember that.
Good.
I agree. Your thoughts and morals are very important. Thank you
I
for
should
continuing to
choose Divine Strength because then I do more damage.
I'll try my best. I don't want to
But then it will take longer
down the road.
until I can choose Seal of Command.
Anything I can do to protect us and protect this mission, I will put at the forefront. Do you feel all right? Was that a hard? Is it painful? Do you need healing? I can help.
The pain isn't physical.
I see.
May the light
I think
protect
that
you
will.
this day.
He feels bad. And I see.
Holy fuck.
Yes.
You just spent 7 gold.
And he kind of just looks a little sheepish.
The skills.
Will trail off. Yes.
It's painful.
Damien had to make
This thing is Wisdom 2.
leading up
Let's try rank
the final
B.
that oath. And He knows the reason he's here is because he's a psyker more than because he's Ministorum. So
With light 4.
that's his role. So this is not the right word.
Flash of light.
But this is what it is.
It's an expectation. Yeah.
Consecration, that's handy.
All of those things at once.
Missing wisdom 2.
Yeah. I'm having fun playing this game, everybody.
Oh,
yeah,
of
I'm having a great
course.
time.
Yes, yes.
And you all begin making your way towards the town.
Exorcism. Redemption 2.
As you arrive there, a drone
Seal of Righteousness 3.
around the building towards you and stops.
I have that on turn and that.
Path. Then you hear a voice come out of the drone saying, "I was sent by Porla Alvin. We understand that you and your companion Fortis want to meet with the Ethereal, having received your Electus. You will be welcome inside the dome."
That is exactly right. Thank you. We will follow, Morgan says, looking over at Damien.
Benediction.
Thank me, I am a drone.
Oh.
The drone hovers away too quietly. You like anti-grav motors.
Yeah.
There's no sound from these. They just
Divine Protection.
You can see the large front door, for lack of a better term. The
Rank
large front
2.
door is open and allowing people entry. You aren't seeing any Quavesa going in, but you're seeing a few Tau going in and out.
No freedom.
Seeing any of the other, like, no Kroot, no Vespids,
No Kroot, no
just...
Vespid.
Okay.
From what you know and from the preliminary research you've seen at the beginning, the Kroot and Vespid work
Seal
with the
of
Tau.
Crusader, rank
Want to have
3.
an audience with an ethereal would be very strange.
Okay. Doesn't do anything for them anyway. Yeah.
Unless they had a question to ask, but why would they?
Right.
Crusader
Strike
Strike
you.
2.
Let's go talk to leadership and really negotiate. They're like, you ate human meat. Ha ha, you are us now.
It's true. They're just here for the hunt party. Okay, so just gonna look back at Solomon. We can meet back here in a little while. In the meantime, keep yourself safe and follow your heart.
But his heart
I
gets.
see chat is still as colorful.
He tempers the request to follow your heart with "stay out of trouble."
That I can do. I'll keep Romeo and Lazarus with me as well.
Very good.
That way we can and stay on the combi. What's the range on these combis? Are they quite long?
You're not entirely sure. There's a question of the dome. You're interacting with technology and different signals that are totally different. You know, Romeo has to stay within about 100 feet of Morgan to be able to remain in direct contact. Combeads can go a little further, but you don't know what will happen once she steps inside the central dome.
Okay. I'll try to stay in contact with both of you as best I can. And in the meantime, I will try just to keep to myself.
If we lose contact, don't panic.
For how long?
Indefinitely, do not panic.
Oh, that's a tall order, but I will try my best.
I know.
Morgan, can you roll me an insight?
7 weeks from now, I haven't heard from you guys. Fuck.
19.
If he gets worried, he could ask a drone. I don't know if you want to tell him that, but that is true.
Brother Sanctus, if you do get worried, it seems that they have eyes on us at all times. If you're curious about where we are, a drone probably could answer. And also, we still have Stevius you can return to.
Yes, that's true. I will remember both of those options, but hopefully it will not come to either of those things.
Aye.
I find these drones a little strange, and Stevius even stranger. So I will wait here, at least for the foreseeable future.
Good. Emperor protect you.
And also to you.
And with your spirit.
Oh, yes, and with your spirit, both of you.
So Solomon remains outside, and you two approach the entrance to the large town center dome. There are drones on either side that are scanning just in general. They've got it's kind of like the barcode scanners that are just constantly running unless something is placed underneath them. There are fire warriors stationed inside the door you see standing with what you would now deem pulse carbines, I think, from what you had heard from what Stevius had said wandering around. They extend both over and under.
I think I need one more mod to see how much Bristol XP I have.
So much thicker, kind of stockier weapons. As you place your forearms underneath, it scans your elect2s, you hear a ding, and you are allowed in. So you make your way inside the dome, and there is a water-cast diplomat waiting for you. This one is slightly taller, closer to matching kind of average human height, in flowing blue robes. Inside you're seeing a very Mass Effect space, if we were going to compare it to a sci-fi environment. It's very large, separated. There are trees, there are plants. All of these are very foreign. It's clear when you look at these have been brought here by the Tau to symbolize their homeworlds and other elements. It's not stuff from outside in the forest, all in these, white, gray, soft, round-edged, high-end Apple-style technology. There are Tau moving around very efficiently in this space. You're seeing a lot of water casts, and you're seeing the occasional earth cast kind of pairs bringing tools and things like that. They seem to be working behind the scenes. It's clear if there is any maintenance going on. It's not being done in public. It's not like they pull open a wall and there's a bunch of wires. It's all very...
Actually, I think I need to stop playing now. Prepare for tomorrow, because I got too little sleep this night. So I will catch you guys tomorrow for
a quick Q&A session.
When I'm driving to work. Maybe some gaming after work. More Octo WoW.
Good. Very good.
Come with me up these stairs.
So yeah, I will.
So that we can get you welcomed inside. And
Yeah, just say have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm excited to see him.
Wonderful. And you get brought over to an escalator, which is an obscene amount of technology to just move upstairs in the Imperium. No one would ever put this together. And it's just a series of smooth escalator-style ramps up to a side room. As you step in, you see two other Tau. This is a miniature dome room unto itself. There is a central podium stand that seems to have a hololith projector, the same kind of thing you would expect from the Imperium, but so much smoother. It doesn't flicker.
So yeah,
full color.
see you tomorrow.